So after that 6 years of fear of tomato, I'm gonna beat my fears today. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be sharing with you a very effective technique and strategy that you can apply to overcome any phobia if you have one, and I will be sharing with you my personal story, how I overcome tomato phobia using the very same technique and strategy. So keep watching until the end and let's go. Before we start, make sure that you watch the first part of how to overcome a phobia, and that's the part where I explained the mechanism behind phobia and how it's formed inside our brain. You can see the link appearing here, and I will also put the link for you in the description box below. So just as a reminder, the technique that I will be sharing with you is for simple phobias, because complex phobia like social phobia or agoraphobia needs medication plus psychotherapy, but in any case mostly all phobias are curable. So today the technique that I will talk about today called desensitization or exposure therapy. Since your brain have made a statement as a belief that I am in danger with heights, or I am in danger with spiders, or I am in danger with tomato, which was my case. So this method, we want to expose the body and the brain to the same source of fear, and we will convince the mind that, hey, I was exposed and I am safe. By this method, we'll convince the brain into the new empowering belief, and that's how the phobia is cured. Is it gonna be like right away exposure? No, it's gonna be gradual exposure so that your brain will not panic. I will show you step by step how to do it with ease and grace. Here we go. Let's go. So the first thing that you need to sit down, write on a paper. First thing that you need to answer yourself and you need to write is why. You need to have a strong why. You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why I want to overcome this phobia? This part is very important because when you have a strong why, when you have a strong reason, this why will trigger the reward cycle inside your brain, because this will trigger an expected gratification, expected pleasure. Because some moment during the process it could be difficult because you are leaving your comfort zone. But then this why will be something empowering you during the journey to expect the gratification that you want so that you can move forward and stronger with this journey of transformation. Second thing that you need to do or to write is here. Here will be the empowering belief, and here will be the limiting belief. Since you have a phobia, there is in your brain a limiting belief, a software in your brain that keep telling you subconsciously and consciously. For example, I am in danger when I see a spider, or I am in danger when I stand up on a balcony, or in my case, I am in danger where I eat tomato or touch tomato. So here you have to write what's your limiting belief. Let's say I am in danger with spiders. And now the empowering belief is the new belief that we want to implement in your brain. We want to install a new software in your brain. So the empowering belief will be the opposite of it. So here in this case, as an example, I am safe when I see spiders. Now here I'm not saying that if a spider jump on you and he try to attack you, you are safe. I am saying in a logical way, in a normal situation, when you are walking and you see a spider on the wall, for example. So that's the transformation journey that you are gonna go through. Ease and grace using the exposure therapy. Now here at the beginning of the journey, if you asked yourself how much you believe this limiting belief, it's gonna be 10 out of 10. And how much you believe this empowering belief is gonna be 0 out of 10. Now in order to install this new empowering belief in your brain, you have to do stories to validate this empowering belief. So your mind, your brain requires to witness new circumstances, new events where you were exposed to the stimulant and you're still safe. Nothing happened to you. Now how to do it? Of course, If you have phobia from spiders, I will not tell you that next day you woke up and you put spider in your hands. It's not gonna be that direct. Although I've seen other therapists doing it. Actually, I learned this technique from the life coach Gary Cox, where he transformed snake phobia within 30 minutes on stage with two ladies actually, that they were extremely phobic from snakes, and in 30 minutes they were able to hold the snake in their hands. So first step, do new stories to validate your belief is imagination. As I said, the nervous system cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. So now you have to imagine yourself with the trigger situation, not for a long period. You start imagining yourself for 5 seconds, let's say, for example. If you are afraid of heights, imagine yourself on a balcony, say second floor, for 5 seconds, and notice how did you react. Imagine yourself seeing a spider on the wall for 5 seconds. I understand this 5 seconds could be normal and sometimes could be terrifying. But after you finish that, start to convince yourself that, okay, I experienced spider, but nothing happened to me. Next time you increase it gradually, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, until you will be able to imagine yourself with the stimulus as much as you want with total ease and grace. It might take time, but it's worth it. Because when you are imagining for your subconscious, you're already experiencing that. I want to stress that because it's so powerful, the imagination. One technique could be like direct imagination. Other technique of imagination, when you will include other senses, is like on the screen. Put a photo of your stimulus situation on a screen and start to touch it. Look at it on the screen and then close your eyes. Imagine the same situation happening to you. So if you are, let's say, afraid of spiders, put a photo of spider and start touch the screen. For your conscious mind, that's non-logical and you feel maybe no difference, but we are working in the subconscious where it cannot tell the imagination versus reality. Put a photo that you are in a high place on a mountain and touch the screen. Be present there. For me, in my case, I was putting a photo of tomatoes and I was always touching the screen after I started with imagining before that. Next step is affirmation, self-talk. I want you to shower yourself with affirmation and self-talk, which will validate the empowering belief. So after each time you imagine the stimulus or you touch the screen, I want you to say to yourself affirmation. I am safe with seeing the spiders. I am safe by being on the balcony on second floor. I am safe even when I touch the tomato. I am safe even if I see a snake. This kind of affirmation. Other way of talking also, by talking to your mind as you are talking to a person. See? We experienced the situation and I am safe. You see, I was on the balcony and nothing happened to me. Wow, awesome. Let's move to the next step. So that was first type of affirmation. And second type of affirmation, fake it until you make it. What I mean by that? Let's say you are afraid of spiders. You are imagining spider, you are touching spider photo on the screen. Say to yourself affirmation like, oh, it's so cute. Look at the spider, how much beautiful. Look at the colors. If you see a snake, if you imagine a snake, say, oh, look how cute, how soft. Look at its colors. In my case, look at the tomato. Oh, it's so tasty. It's so delicious. I know it's very unlogical for the conscious, but again, we're working with the subconscious. So, to repeat the steps, imagination, 2 types, then shower yourself with empowering affirmation, 2 types of them. And then the last step where your breakthrough, your quantum leap will come is the real exposure. Now your brain is ready. After you imagine yourself several times and you are totally okay to imagine the stimulus, and then you start to increase the degree of stimulus. Let's say first you were imagining yourself 5 meters away from the spider, then imagine yourself 3 meters close, then 2 meters close, and then increase time gradually from 5 seconds to 15 seconds to 1 minute until you feel you are totally at ease with imagining that. Now it's time for real exposure. Now, since your brain has imagined that, it has already experienced that. So when your brain will see that in the real world, it will be, oh, I already experienced that. Now it's not a big difference for me. It's not a big deal. For example, if you are afraid of heights, I want you to go and stand on the balcony for 5 seconds. If you are comfortable with more time, stay more time. And during the process, shower yourself with affirmation and self-talk as we said about. Now take your time after that to retreat, and then next day try again, but increase the time of exposure and increase the degree. You can now go to the 4th or 5th floor balcony and stay for 1 minute. If you are afraid of spiders, go to some place in nature where you can see spider, stay away from it 3 meters. Then the next time get closer 2 meters and stay there like for 5 seconds, 15 seconds and until 1 minute and more. It could be helpful that you can bring someone with you, someone who you trust from your family or your surroundings that you know that they really love you and you feel safe with them. You can hold the hand of someone that you feel safe with and watch real exposure for something that triggers you. If you have, let's say, snake phobia, I'm not telling you to go and see a snake in the wild, but you can go, for example, to the zoo and watch the snake inside the cage and you can hold the hand of someone. Time over time, this exposure will increase the amount of the empowering belief convincing in your mind. After the real exposure happening and you are really disciplined in doing that, if you ask yourself here after, let's say, 1 month, how much do you believe this empowering belief, the result could be 7 out of 10. And how much you believe this limiting belief, the result will be 3 out of 10. And then what you have to do, repeat the whole process always. So if you reach this level of real exposure, you don't have to do imagination. Just do affirmation and real exposure increase gradually over time until this empowering belief will be totally adapted in your brain. So it will be 10 out of 10. And the limiting belief, you are not buying it anymore. It's gonna be 0 out of 10. And now it's time to show you my real story with tomato. My parents told me that since I was a child, like I don't remember even, I was not conscious, I had like this fear and repelling of tomato. Like the moment it get inside my mouth, I like throw up everything and I'm not able even to touch it or even its smell, it triggers me. It kept like that until the age of 26, and in April 2018, after watching Gary Cox and learning his technique, I was able to implement this strategy and I even googled tomato phobia and it has a real name, leukovoxicon phobia. So after I was able to imagine myself eating tomato and touching it on the screen and saying affirmation that I am safe and the tomato is very tasty, now it comes the right time to real exposure with tomato when I was in an international party. I will leave you with this footage so you can enjoy watching.
So after 26 years of fear of tomato and it's applying with cognitive behavioral therapy, I'm gonna beat my fears today. It's not because I like to eat tomato, because I want to make my brain be used to beat all fears, all unknown circumstances that I get happen.
Pause. Oh, he did it!
Yeah!
Yeah. I don't want to put down your achievement, but that wasn't much. It's okay.
Like a mouse.
No.
You can do it. Yay!
Alright.
And that's how I was able to overcome my tomato phobia. And by the way, the whole journey until real exposure, it took me only 1 week. It didn't even take me 1 month. If I was able to do it, you can do it as well. Apply the steps in your life to overcome any phobia that you have, in case it was simple phobia, so you will have more joy and peace in your life and you start walking towards something I would like to call it creating your best version. That was today's video. I hope that you like it. I hope my message has arrived. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button so that you get notified when you come out with a new video, and share this video with your friends and family. Maybe one of them is waiting for learning this technique to apply it in his life to get overcome his phobia. Thank you for watching and see you next video. Best regards, Usama.